अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाजरीन, इस हफ़्ते मेयर ह्यूस्टन की तरफ से सालाना ह्यूस्टन इफ्तार का शानदार एहतमाम हुआ, जिसे सिस्टर सिटी और इस्लामिक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने मिलकर बायो सिटी के खूबसूरत हाल में ऑर्गेनाइज़ किया। ह्यूस्टन इफ्तार में 20 मुख्तलिफ मुल्कों के कौंसल जनरल, स्टेट और सिटी के मुख्तलिफ नुमाइंदों ने बड़ी तादाद में शिरकत की। इस खूबसूरत प्रोग्राम का आगाज़ तिलावत कलाम पाक से हुआ और इस्लामिक स्कॉलर इमाम अमाज इंसाची ने रमज़ान के हवाले से खसूसी पैगाम दिया। कांग्रेस मैन शीला जैक्सन और अल ग्रीन ने इस तकरीब को बहुत सराहा और खसूसी खिताब किया। आइए देखते हैं।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अल्लाहु لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض من ذا الذي يشفع عنده إلا بإذنه يعلم ما بين أيديهم وما خلفهم ولا يحيطون بشيء من علمه إلا بما شاء وسع كرسيه السماوات والأرض ولا يؤوده حفظهما وهو العلي العظيم صدق الله العظيم.
What beautiful recitations. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are gathered here to celebrate the holiest month in the Islamic calendar. To share the significance of Ramadan, we have an extremely qualified scholar who holds a bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degree in Islamic studies from the University Institute for Islamic Studies in Lebanon. Dr. Inchasi is, among other things, the founder, imam, and president of the Islamic Society of Greater Oklahoma City, the chairman of Islamic Studies and chaplain at Oklahoma City University, an adjunct professor of Islamic Studies. Please welcome Dr. and Imam Imad Inchasi to give us a lecture on human value in Islam.
A lot of people look at me and ask me, where am I from? Well, let me explain a couple of things. My great-grandfather is Egyptian. My mother is Syrian. My father is Palestinian. I was born in Lebanon. My wife is half Hispanic, half Native American, and my children are very confused. For the most part, when we talk about commonalities, I always like to refer to this definition from the Prophet, peace be upon him. As a man asked him, where are you from? He said, I am the prayer of my father Abraham. I am the prayer of my father Abraham. I'm the prophecy of my brother Moses. I'm the hymns of my brother David, and I'm the glad tidings of my brother Jesus. What an inclusive definition by the Prophet. Indeed, when you look at me, you might see this person that might be an alien person. And And I always joke around and tell people, I'm not responsible for 9/11, maybe 7/11. But for the most part, if you laughed at this joke, I meant Genesis 7:11. Genesis chapter 25, verses 7 through 11, which talk about Abraham dying, and Isaac had asked his brother to come for the funeral, and Ishmael would leave all the way the wilderness of Paran, nowadays Mecca, and goes all the way to the city of Hebron, Al-Khalil, which is close by Jerusalem, to bury their father. It is with that spirit I come today. Indeed, as we look at me, we might say, who is this guy? And why is he speaking today? And what is the commonalities between our faiths? If we look at Genesis 21 verses 14 through 20, you see the story of Sarah and Abraham. As Sarah could not get any children for Abraham, and she would ask him to marry Hagar. And Hagar will beget for Abraham Ishmael. And eventually Sarah biblically get jealous and ask Abraham to take his wife and leave her in the city of Paran. Paran today is Mecca. This very month we are celebrating. Muslims believe that the Quran was revealed on the 27th night of this month. But also Muslims believe that the scrolls of Abraham was revealed on the first night of this month. The Torah of Moses were revealed on the 6th night of this month. The Psalms of David was revealed on the 18th of this month. The Gospel of Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, was revealed on the 23rd of this month. And the criterion, the Quran, was revealed on the 27th of this month. Reflect on the following verse, if we may. Say, O you who believe, O believers, we believe in God, and what have been revealed to us, and what have been revealed to Abraham, to Ishmael, to Isaac, and to Jacob, and to the descendants and what was given to Moses and Jesus, and what was given to the prophets from their lords. We make no distinction between any of them, and we are all Muslims in submission to him. You might want to know, as we talk about commonalities, and I normally ask the crowd, who do you think the most mentioned prophet in the Quran is? And most of the people usually would say, Muhammad, peace be upon him. And that's wrong. Moses is the most mentioned prophet in the Quran, 171 times. Muslims believe in the virgin birth of Jesus. Muslims believe that he was the Messiah, his miracles, his curing the sick, his ascension to heaven, his return. Mary is the only female name mentioned in the Quran. She is named in the Quran above the women of all the worlds, and she's considered in Islamic theology as the first lady of heaven. In the Quran, 3 chapters that talks about commonalities and talks about Christianity and Judaism. For instance, chapter 3 talks about the father of Mary, Ali Imran. Chapter 5 is reference to the Last Supper, and chapter 19 is Mary's chapter. Our common values teaches us that love is more powerful than hate. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Imam and Chasi, for the insight you have departed on us today. It is so amazing to have the great Mayor of Houston, the Honorable Anise Parker, in the audience with us today to celebrate the beautiful portrait of Ramadan. We would also like to thank all of our media partners here with us today who have been covering this tremendous event. Tonight, we have the distinct honor of hosting a woman who needs no introduction. She is the U.S. representative for Texas's 18th Congressional District, where she has served since 1995. She is dedicated to upholding the constitutional rights of all and is a true beacon for the Houston community. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee.
What a vast and wonderful audience. Assalamu alaikum. I am hoping that this season of Ramadan will bring us to a moment of joy. And for that reason, I ask that you give yourselves a very large applause. For this is a season of bringing people together. It is one that heals and creates the opportunity for pathways of unity and a spirit of progress that I am so excited to be part of. Allow me to acknowledge the mayor of the city of Houston, who has championed the Iftar dinner for all of the years that she has served, and she has done it ably with the spirit of unity. Let's give her a very big applause. Mayor Anise Parker, and of course, the First Lady of Houston, Kathy. We are so delighted to see all of you here. You can do better than that. I'm trying to get the joyful noise to come. Bambawali knows what I'm speaking of. Let me acknowledge all of the elected officials that are here, my colleague, the Honorable Congressman Al Green, and if there are other congresspersons en route, tell them to hurry on because this is the place to be. My fellow elected officials who are in the city government and state government, where are you, please? Why don't you just stand? I know your names will be called later, but if you are serving, why don't we stand and see you and have you honored? I can immediately see Councilmember Nguyen. I know that others are coming, and I am joined by them, and I'm delighted to see them, one to my right and left. Let me thank you so very much.